morning. I don't know if you can see me. I'm going in and out of the sun, it seems like. But today, wow, evidence of a lot of water going by the trail. Today is my birthday. So I am on a birthday hike, and I was actually here a year ago yesterday doing this same trail. So I am hiking up to Bottleneck Lake today. Looks like a bridge had to be made earlier in the season because this can get roaring and come down quite heavily and then you can't cross. But it's a good place to get water, and it was a fairly easy rock hop this time, so no need to use the bridge. So part of this trail used to be Forest Service Road going up a little bit further. I'm not sure how far this used to go up, but it's pretty wide until you get to the junction, and then once you start heading up to Bottleneck where I'm going, the trail becomes an actual trail versus an old Forest Service road. I do know that part of Snow Lake is kind of wide, so I don't know if it went up to Snow Lake or part way up to Snow Lake. It's kind of rocky going up that way too, so I think they decommissioned it for part of that. But the trail crews have been here. Thank you so much, trail crews. That's just small, but I saw a bigger one back there a ways. So far, I'm the only one on the trail. I met a couple at the trailhead that stopped, and I asked them which lake they were going to, and they said Dewmouth. And I said, this isn't the trailhead to Dewmouth. Well, that's what the GPS said. No, that road just behind us, that's the road up to Dewmouth Lakes. Oh, okay. So it's a good thing that they met me here, because they would have started walking up here and not been to where they wanted to be. So glad I was there to lead them the right way. And hopefully my friend Becky and I will do Dewmouth in August. That'll be fun. Although the road getting up here, it's kind of washboard, and so couldn't go as fast as you want to. Had to go slow, like 20 miles an hour for part of it. So because it was just too washboard. But they have come in and they did fix it last year. Just need to smooth that part out. The trail is also kind of thick with vegetation. A couple places I had to walk through, it was you could barely see the trail. So things are growing, but I noticed most of the creek beds are dry, and last year they had a lot of water in them, so much drier year. And a horse was up here earlier because there was fresh scat on the trail that was quite fresh, and so they must have just been up here and out before I got here. So Bottleneck it is, only 1 3/4 mile, and it's pretty much up all the way. There it starts right there. Snow Lake is the other direction, which I'm not going to. I don't like Snow Lake as well as I like Bottleneck. I don't know, just my own preference. I like it a lot better. Another water source. And it's warm right now. I'm gonna wet my shirt. So the trail is climbing, has been climbing for quite a bit. Got my shirt wet, put it back on, it feels so much better. But I don't have that far to go. I just have to be home in time for my son to come in. Anyway, I told him a certain time, and so I need to be back. But I just came up. What I still need to do, the trail will turn to the right pretty soon and do a couple switchbacks before it gets to the lake. It's very smoky today. I don't know if those are Canada fires or some that are, there's somebody that's going around Spokane setting all these fires. So I need to catch that person. So there is this campsite here, which is away from the others. There's room for a tent. And they've got a makeshift fire. Not there. I think it was down over here. So you could have your tent not a great distance from the food area. I don't know why they do that here, but Canada has the right idea. It's quite a bit further away that your eating area is, but you have a great view of Bottleneck and the lake, and you got access to the lake right here. But we'll go to the other spot, which is when you first come in, that's where it is. So it goes back down the trail. I'm backtracking. And then I'll show you where you turn. So there's the trail that you come up to the lake on. And then you just take this first left. And it goes past the outlet of the lake. And then you get down to the lake. And I don't know, maybe people take this one first. That's down here. I suppose you could put a tent right there, because it's fairly flat. A couple different ways to get to it. There's another trail that takes you down to the water. So, and then you could eat down here and camp up there, so you're away from the food area, which is a lot safer. But this is the other spot. And when I'm with the group, this is usually where they come and have their break. But again, you've got great access to the water. That's why they come down here. So there you are, Bottleneck. Got a little bit of snow up above. This is a gorgeous lake. I love it up here. It's beautiful. Another one of my favorite hikes. This is such a beautiful spot. You've got the alpine firs here. Quite a bit of deadfall though. That part I don't like. Somebody said there were a lot of mosquitoes up here. There's a few, but they're not. There's a light breeze, so I think that's keeping a lot of them away. Again, it's just mostly the flies. They seem to be everywhere. But it's so peaceful and so beautiful up here. I would like to camp up here, but like I said, coming up during the daytime, beating some of the heat, and then being here the whole day would just be a little bit too long. Without, somebody with you. This is a great place to get water if you don't want to drink the lake water. This is just before you get to the lake. And right in there is pretty good to get the water. The breeze has picked up and it seems to be blowing some of the smoke out. I mean, you can still see it over there, but keeping the bugs away too, although you can still hear them. But I'm going downhill now, so it shouldn't take me as long to get back to my vehicle. And I filmed some of this, so unless something spectacular happens, I probably won't film anything else. I'll just get home. But it was a good day to do a birthday hike. I'm so glad that I did this. I was a little nervous because people said they saw some sign of bear, which I'm assuming is bear scat. I don't know if the picture that I took was actually bear scat or not. It might have been horse, because horses were up here, just like I said, right before me, it seemed. But so far, I didn't see any sign going this way, so if there was, it probably went up to Snow Lake. But it was a wonderful, wonderful hike, and maybe someday I'll come up and camp up here. What a beautiful view to be hiking on the trail and looking at that direction. So beautiful. And that one over there. I wonder if I can figure out what they are. I'm headed down there. You can see the trail. That's where the water is. Beautiful day, but it's getting warm. So there's Bottleneck, and I was way up there. Well, not on the mountain itself, but below it, a lot further up there. And because you can see the snow up there, but making my way down. Should be to the sign in just a little bit. There it is. There's this trail, or the just trail junction. I have to think about things here. Okay, so I'm going to get down here. I'm going to see how many miles it is from the trail head, or the junction, to the trailhead. Here we go. Sorry, jumped around a lot. So from the trailhead to the sign, it is 1.6. So it's not quite 1.75 miles. So I was up there looking down just a little bit ago. I can hear the next creek crossing. Now somebody needs to come through here with a machete. Cut a lot of this. This isn't too bad right here, but some of this spot in through here has a lot of vegetation, which is good. What a welcome sight. We are done with the hike. And I had it all to myself. Not another person. Ground squirrels and chipmunks, flies and mosquitoes were the only thing that accompanied me on this trip. So, good day, good birthday hike. Glad I did it. Woo.